Good morning. My name is Toy Degree, and I am the Family and Consumer Education Agent with Rowan County Cooperative Extension. And I am here this morning with Sonia and I are pairing, and I'm doing the demonstration part of the med instead of meds. And today we're going to be making ginger flavored green tea. So the recipe calls for 2.5 cups of water that I've already started boiling for you. It calls for a teaspoon of ginger, which I've already grated. And it also calls for 2 bags of green tea. Now, what I have attached for you in the chat box are some fact sheets and some information about green tea as well as ginger that will be beneficial to you. So what I've done is I've started the water boiling, and the recipe says that when the water starts to boil, then you are supposed to add your ginger. So the water is just about ready to start boiling. And when that happens, I'm going to pour in my ginger. And then I'm going to let it simmer for about 2 minutes. After it simmers for 2 minutes, I'm going to remove it from the heat, add my tea bags, and let those kind of steep for another 2 minutes. I'm going to strain. And this is one of the good things about tea. I know we're in the South, and I know we like sweet tea, because I like sweet tea. But you can choose to add sugar or not. And you can choose to add regular sugar, stevia, sweet and low, whatever it is that you want to do, and it's really okay. So now my water is starting to boil. And so here is my ginger that I've already grated. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it in. And I put it in a little glass, cute little glass jar, you know, my canning jars. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. And I don't know about you, but ginger is one of those things that I really love to add to dishes, especially a stir fry. It gives such good flavor. So I'm going to get all that in there and let that do its thing. And let me look back at my recipe. It's supposed to simmer, so I'm going to cut it down a little bit so it can actually simmer and get all that good ginger flavor for about 2 minutes. So we're going to start that process. And so what I have here is I have some green tea that I've actually gotten. The difference between these tea bags is that I don't have to worry about the string. These actually can fit down into the water a little bit easier, so we won't have to worry about tearing off that string. And then I don't know about you, but when I tear off the string, then the bag opens and I have tea leaves all in the dang tea. So we're not gonna have to worry about that. And I have my strainer that I can strain it. Now, after it simmers for 2 minutes, this is where you can pour in your sugar if you want to. I do have sugar here because I do like sweet tea. And so we're going to add just a little bit of sugar. And this is where you can control it again, how sweet you want it. If you want it sweet, everybody doesn't like sweet tea. I know those northerners don't generally like sweet tea. So I'm gonna give it a little quick stir, and it smells delicious. And the reason we're gonna strain it is because we wanna make sure that we get that ginger off. And so that it doesn't sit in the tea, because ginger can be strong and it can be a little bit hot. Some of the benefits of ginger while we're letting it simmer, it aids in digestion. It helps to settle stomachs, especially if women are having like, morning sickness, or you're having an upset stomach. That's the reason why we think that ginger ale is a cure-all. And I'm one of those people that has a ginger ale at her house at all times. Different flavors, all the time. I love ginger ale. So I'm letting that simmer. And I think I'm going to give just a little bit longer to simmer. And then I'm going to add some sugar, because that's what I do. And I have about a 1/4 cup of sugar, which I don't think we're going to need all of it. I'm just going to put a little bit in just to sweeten it up and just to kind of break it up a little bit. So it's simmering. I'm going to give it one more stir. And it does smell so good. And that's just to infuse it with the ginger. So I'm going to give it just another quick stir. I'm going to add just a little bit of sugar. This is 1/3 cup. I'm not going to add all. I'm just going to pour a little bit in it, just to kind of sweeten it up. I'm going to stir that in. And then I'm going to cut the heat off. And at this time, I'm going to add 2 bags of green tea. 1, 2. You let that steep for about 2 minutes so that the flavor can come out. green tea is kind of one of those teas that's not real strong. So you want to let it steep for a little while. You always let tea steep. So I'm going to let that steep for a little while. And while I'm letting that steep, so, okay, I got my time. Go to www.med instead of meds for this recipe, for recipes for breakfast, for entrees, for desserts, and let's see, breakfast, dessert, entrees, sides. We have drinks, we have dressings. And so with each of our sessions, I will be doing a demonstration at the end. So I encourage you to try the recipes. They are very good recipes. We've had the opportunity to have tasted them. The recipes are developed by our specialists at NC State, and so they will continue to add new recipes on a regular basis. So please go and taste them and try them. Well, I should say, or try them. I wish you could taste them in our regular class, but we're doing things a bit different this time. So it's going to be interesting. And we're new to this, so this is our first time too. So, but I do encourage you to try the recipes. I do encourage you to take some time to try some things that are different as you are beginning to do your med instead of meds journey. And so we have another minute, and it's steeping, and you can see that it's changing colors, looking good. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the strainer, and I'm going to pour it directly into this glass of ice. And then we're going to enjoy this wonderful tea. And you can make more of this. This probably makes about a cup, maybe and a half. And you can make it fresh on a daily basis. And I think my 2 minutes are up. So here we go. I'm just going to strain it so I can get all the ginger out. Ooh. Yep, makes about 2 cups. And stay, honey. There you have it. Ginger flavored green tea. Enjoy. I'll see you Thursday. Bye-bye.